No 5-star shards this year for the Summoner Showdown, and we check out the leaderboard. RichTheMan is back, baby, thanks to Nexus. Players see 1 point being removed from their Summer of Pain milestones. Prepare for today's Nexus by doing this as well, and Kabam's earnings have been revealed for Q2. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions Stacked News Show for Wednesday. We've got so much news to go over, it's going to make you burst with information. Make sure to keep locked to the channel, hitting that like button, subscribe, post notifications on all. But also, tremendous thanks goes out to those that support the channel as a Patreon and as a YouTube member. You're on screen right now, as well as those that support over on twitch.tv/RichTheMan Live. If you've got an Amazon Prime sub and you want to give it for free, and you can do by simply, catching me later on. But before we go anywhere, just to let you know, this video is indeed sponsored. This video is sponsored by the #1 global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products, Manscaped. They offer the best tools and liquid formulations for the big 3 odor zones: your body, your butt, and your big old balls. Isn't that right, Em?
Is this about your shaven balls again?
Yes. Yes, it is. Manscaped hooked me up with a bunch of stuff from their all-in-one perfect package 4.0 set. The package consists of the brand new Lawnmower 4.0, which is a 4th generation electric waterproof trimmer with advanced skin safe technology, which reduces nicks and cuts on the most sensitive regions of the body. It's cordless, it's waterproof, and you can trim in a shower, and it's easy to clean up too. That's good. It has a super smart charging system with a wireless charging dock and these little LED lights on the front that show you how much juice you have, which is 90 minutes with a full charge, just to let you know. It also has this amazing travel lock feature, so if you don't want it to go off in your travel bag, you rapid click 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and it comes up with the light flashing right there. And then when you click it in, nothing. So it gets knocked around in your case. Big whoopity doo, you're not going to lose any charge. But to take it off that mode, you go click, 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 and then as soon as you click it in, there we go. It's as simple as that. Also included in the perfect package 4.0 kit is the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and a Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray. 2 fantastic things that smell amazing and definitely give you that refresh down there that you so thoroughly deserve. Simply apply the Crop Preserver after you shower for all-day body odor protection. The Crop Reviver is the convenient spritz with cooling aloe vera to quickly refresh the area whenever you need it. Also, Manscaped thought of the perfect thing when it comes to cleaning up after yourself, and that is the magic mat. So make sure to put that down, otherwise your partner or the person you're trying to impress may want to kick you in your lovely shaven balls. So make sure to put down the newspaper. It looks classy. And finally, for a limited time, you'll get all this plus 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag and the Manscaped Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. Go to manscaped.com today and get 20% off plus free international shipping plus 2 free gifts when you use promo code RichTheMan at checkout. Manscaped.com, the perfect system for your infinity gems. Manscaped is an amazing brand, and I'm really excited to be working with them in the future. I mean, it's a great product, even works on Marvel Contest of Champions. Don't worry, Tiger, I'll finish you off later. But anyways, we're going to kick off the show by talking about, some amazing work done by our community members. If you're not familiar, I think it's Wolfie or somebody that created this several years ago. RichTheMan. If you remember RichTheMan, well, now he's alive thanks to the amazing work done by Nick Cost to bring these amazing characters, champions, to life. You can check out the link in the description. It'll take you to this video. Look at the power of RichTheMan. Get those units, buy those units, and fire them against the content. You can do it. I believe in you. Next up, let's talk about financials. This is going to be something of a hot topic, especially as we go into the next month and Marvel Future Revolution. The performance of Marvel Contest of Champions, which is in blue, has been something of a little bit of a, ooh, that's a bit stinky. Especially going over the last year, there's been this kind of fall off, especially with performance of the game, #1, but #2 being the value of deals, which has been, in my opinion, falling short. July 4th, which is still part of the Q3, which is still yet to be announced, I personally feel like it's not going to be great. And it's not going to be great because and that's my opinion, I just didn't think those July 4th deals were there, and I didn't know many people that parted with a lot of money that normally do for some of these deals. I mean, I certainly didn't this year, where in previous years I've been more interested, but that's just down to the lack of tier 5 CC and the fact that Summer of Pain actually gave the better stuff a little amount of unit spend and worry to a degree and hassle. But in any case, we move on. We talk about the fact that yes, there's been like a bit of positive, but it's still down on some of the previous years for performance. Especially we see like, you know, the financials. There's nothing to be worried about. I mean, you could be in a situation of looking at Marvel Future Revolution, Marvel Future Fight, which is in orange at the moment, and that's doing an ongoing trend of slowly petering out or being relatively steady in performance. Next up, and I've seen many people talking about this, their removal of their Summer of Pain point, which now is causing a further pain point for them because they are now down 1 milestone, which means they're not able to get the full amounts of things that are quite juicy and nice to a degree. I mean, an example here, this player says that they've gone down from having 9 to then dropping to 8. Unfortunately, there is something more to this that meets the eye, and I did do a video on this one, but appreciate not everybody gets to see content because sometimes YouTube doesn't like to send stuff out to you, even though it is relatively important at the time. But there is some benefit of the doubt that maybe there's something that's up with this. This player said, I did only one Darkhawk fight on my main. That was too many times. My small accounts were punished along with it when they've done nothing wrong. Now there are some players that are speaking about their innocence in the matter, and in particular talking maybe like on some other accounts that they have decided to say use that Darkhawk grind as a means to get some extra points, but say one of those accounts was done cleanly. At the end of the day, this is the problem that, you know, it's down up to the court of opinion on the matter and down to Kabam to see the stats and the information, because I can't make that logical assessment here on a player's innocence because, well, I don't know. I'm not looking over your device as you grind. And for those that don't know, Kabam have put in green, you probably noticed it whilst I've been doing this little segment in green saying about that particular matter, and they did say like when the new Week 5 Summer of Pain quest was launched earlier today, users found the progress for Week 4 quest had reset. This was not intended, design of the content, and since to give players unfair advantage, we'll be reverting any points that players who completed the quest obtained. This will be done sometime in the next 45 days, and this is now. Because we're ending Summer of Pain from the point of getting the peak milestone, which was meant to be into the latter point of this month, it is now going to be today. So that's going to be pretty exciting for getting those rewards, which we're going to talk about in the next segment. Now, following on from this, let's talk about the 6-star Nexus, the spicy option, the spicy thing. And that is the chances of picking up stuff. Well, Drew's got this amazing formula that's been put right here, which is based on geometric distribution. Oh, we love it. We love to see it. Especially because it just gives you this idea of chance. And what are the chances of picking up something within the various different pools? I've seen some things about like viability and stuff, and there's been some good content, but I just think I love to see this. Mr. King goes a little bit further on that. We're basically like looking into more of the percentages and the champions of worth within the crystals, because that's the other kind of element as well. It's like, well, look, percentage chances of picking up something good, but also the percentage chances of picking up something full stop from those various different crystals. Both links to Mr. King and as well Drew can be found in the link in the description. This is amazing work by both of them and very, very interesting to read. And as well, choice, because choice is very important. And for me, I will be choosing to go with skill. There's a lot of characters, a lot of champions within skill that I actually really like. Or as Burned Out Doc would say, I recommend in descending order of usefulness, Mystic, Mystic, and Mystic. Maybe Science or Mutant if you're feeling frisky. That made me laugh a lot when I read that. Right, now it's time to give some airtime to the Summoner Showdown. First of all, let's address the issue that, hey, there's no 5-star shards this time. Last year there was 5-star shards in doing this. Now there's just profile pictures of stuff. So that is what it is. I like this. I saw this. The rewards exclusive profile pictures. Yippee! Now I thought what I'd do is I'd grab a response from Kabam on this. Kabam Mickey says, but this is why we chose only to use vanity rewards this year. The content is not mandatory, and when there are rewards like Shards or Catalyst, we know that many summoners feel that they have to do it. This year we chose to make this optional and make a challenge that is accessible to players of different progression levels, with the rewards being profile pics, that shows off the ability of to conquer this challenge. It is a test of skill, and the reward is bragging rights. I think a lot of you by now know my opinions on the Summoner Showdown, because it's not exactly the same as it was in 2019. The first iteration of the Summoner Showdown had content creators who were able to access a specific pool of champions to go up against a boss in some sort of way. They also had a limited mastery, which meant that everybody was on an equal playing field. So you definitely had those with a skill advantage, as opposed to investing into heavily suicide masteries or having some of the best champions in game. My kind of thought process is that it's still not there. It doesn't feel like it is a fair Summoner Showdown, and at the moment is just it is what it is. I know Kabam want to continue running it, but that's just my 2 cents on the Summoner Showdown. And that being said, I bet what I'm going to be seeing right now is a whole plethora of different types of champions being used to take down King Groot. Loads of different champions being used. Not some of the top ones, top rated, the same ones. It's not going to be like that at all. Yeah. That's just a little joke. There are some other champions being used. Like you can see right here with Prodigy X is using a She-Hulk. That's it's good on timing actually. We're looking at 190. So what's that? That's 3 minutes. That's just over 3 minutes. Fight. Some of them are going a little bit longer than that, and DPS seems to be quite good. And that's just based on the fact we're using 5 stars right here in this particular interaction. But yeah, Buddy Lee, Squidium doing very well there. And then we've got CS. Wow, that's nice DPS right there. And that may be full kind of Suicide Masters, who knows, with that Redhead there in Utster. And then Asia Oceania. We've got Bob right there. We got Afion there. We got Dark Friel there. So that's good. It's good. Honestly, it's good to see some other champions being used there. But I got to read it. Apart from Star-Lord. By the way, shout out for using Star-Lord of all champions. But yeah, it's just so funny to see it's the same champions. Is anybody else than there? No. It's not a smorgasbord of champions, but it's hey, you got Hercules? Yeah, do good. Got She-Hulk? Yeah. Human Torch is used more, and Human Torch is Human Torch. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, oh, that's funny. Let's move on to the final thing, shall we? Now, on to the final thing to cover, and that is arena predictions. We've got Stark Enhanced Spidey coming into the arena, and we've got the basic being Super Skrull. So this is a bit of a problem for me. It's a problem because it looks like, feels like for me, we may be going down to the situation of Black Widow. If you're not familiar with the Black Widow situation, I tried predicting an arena where it was the OG Black Widow coming into the game, and I predicted that it would be 70 mil for the champion, but turns out that players grinded between 86.1 mil and then upwards. So this does put this in a very dangerous scenario, because it starts inflating things if we are guessing wrong and go too high. Or what will probably happen is that this time players won't want to turn up to arena grind, and as a result it actually is a lot less. But my predictions are down below and on screen right now, which is Stark Enhanced Spidey 95 mil I'm going with, the 5-star version 40 mil, Super Skrulls a 6-star I'm going with 55 mil. I just don't think there's enough hype for players to be overly interested. And then Super Skrulls a 5-star 20 mil. I just think those will be kind of the scores right there. Probably 25 for 5-star, but that's just down to is it really worth more than 25 mil or 20 and upwards? I don't think it is. But anyway, that's been my predictions. I put them down here, down below, and that has been it. And thank you so much for watching this Marvel Contest of Champions news show. Make sure to support Manscaped.com and code RichTheMan for 20% off at checkout. And I'll see you all very soon. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. And Boss Rush Summer of Pain and Rewards later on.